First, for those who may not be aware, tell us a little bit about Regent Seven Seas.
Absolutely. So Regent Seven Seas Cruises is the ultimate, all-inclusive, ultra-luxury cruise experience for everyone. It includes everything from the moment that you make your reservation, from final payment. You literally wouldn't have to bring your wallet on board if you didn't need to. All of the shore excursions are completely included, everything on board and ashore. You even have a pre-cruise hotel included if you're in a concierge and above. It's just truly allows someone to go on a vacation and just immerse themselves in that destination and not worry about anything at all. Fine wine, specialty dining, gratuities, absolutely everything in the suite. We are completely 100% suite, 99% balcony at this cruise line. It's amazing. We have 6 beautifully luxury pointed mid-sized vessels, no more than 750 guests. It's just gorgeous.
I think I mentioned this before when we were talking last night. This is where my family takes a vacation for this year and the last 2 years. It is our personal favorite cruise line. I know there's a lot of choices out there, but we choose Regent. So we wanted to talk about, it just came out of refurbishment. Let's start with the suites. I know all the suites had an upgrade in addition to the new carpet and everything else. So tell us what people who've been on the Mariner before can expect, or new travelers can expect.
Yeah, absolutely. So it went through a very large refurbishment, several weeks long. This is one of the first sailings coming right out of dry dock. So it's wonderful that you're here with us, John. So thank you so much for coming on board to enjoy this.
Anytime you want me to come on board, I'll come on board.
Absolutely. So our top 3 levels, which is our signature, formerly our called our master suite, as well as our grand and our Mariner suites, they've completely gotten brand new furniture, new finishings. They've even completely split the beds. So if anybody's ever sailed in those suites before, the beds had always been that European king, and we've never been able to split the beds. So that's been updated. We're getting with the times here. And then one level down from Horizon above, everything's been completely refurbished as far as the carpets and finishings. When we start talking about the penthouse and lower, all of the bathrooms have been completely refined. And if you've ever sailed on the Explorer class sailings ships, those particular bathrooms are very much mirrored to what those look like. So it's floor to ceiling marble. All of the bathtubs have been removed and replaced with walk-in showers.
Oh, wow.
Which I love a bathtub myself. However, with the space that we had in those particular bathrooms, it was not giving the unrivaled space at sea that we like to provide our guests. So now with the walk-in shower, it gives you so much space, especially if you're someone that is tall. I'm kind of tall. I'm about 5'9", and I have so much space in this shower now. And now with all the cabinetry and the marble cabinetry that they have in there, it's absolutely stunning. And they have even this nice purple nightlight at the bottom, so that you never lose a step in the middle of the night when you have to go to the restroom. But again, all of the carpets have been completely redone in all of those suites, as well as the window treatments. It looks like a completely new suite. I don't even know what ship I'm on. It does not feel like it's an older legacy ship at all.
I was going to say the same thing. You get the feel when you come on board that it's a brand new ship.
Yes.
You talk about the lights. I love those. Sharing a cabin, you never want to wake up somebody if you get in the middle of the night. Literally, the lights in there are bright enough that I didn't even feel the need you have to turn on a light. So it's a great feature to have. Okay, dining.
Yes.
Probably the single biggest question we have, and one of the points that you guys do such a phenomenal job on is the dining. So maybe real quick, kind of let us know the dining venues, because I know we have 4 different choices for that, not counting room service, which is phenomenal, by the way, as well. But kind of tell us what the dining venues are, and then kind of what the enhancements.
For sure, yeah. Okay. So we always have our flagship restaurant, which is Compass Rose, and that looks magical. Not a whole lot of changes there because it was refurbished not too long ago in there. Gorgeous. So you can always just walk in there, as well as Seti Mare. So that's where La Veranda kind of flips over in the evenings and turns into Seti Mare, which is this Italian amazing restaurant. And
phenomenal. That's where we had dinner last night.
Exactly.
So that was our first choice to go.
Exactly. It's my favorite,
Yes.
to be honest. And it's great because if you time it right and you're leaving port and the sun is going down, hop in there early at 6:30 right when they open, get a table outside off the back of the ship. And as the sun is setting and you're drinking that crisp glass of Italian wine and having that amazing Italian meal off the back of the ship, amazing. Again, you just walk in whenever
Yeah.
you feel free for that one. We have our 2 specialty restaurants on board too, which is Prime 7, our steakhouse restaurant, as well as Chartreuse, our French-inspired restaurant. And those you just have to make reservations for, but completely included. So that's amazing. We wanted to bring back something that we tested out quite a few years ago. I want to say 6 or 7 years ago, pre-pandemic. We had an evening fully, just casual, where you could hang out at the pool deck and have burgers or steaks or lamb chops out there. And we had taken that away a couple years ago, but we're bringing it back.
Oh.
And we have now curated, we've partnered with this master pizza chef out of Puglia, Italy. And we are creating these freshly baked pizzas with Italian spices. We've got crisp salads and curated wines to go with. It's a nice casual setting, yet sophisticated. So we're bringing that back for the entire fleet. Super excited to bring that.
We were wandering around last night and I grabbed a couple of desserts from there.
Absolutely.
Like I didn't have enough at dinner, but both of them were fantastic.
Hey, you got to try it all.
And we're doing Prime 7 tonight. I think I mentioned I've been on here several times in the past. Phenomenal steakhouse. And that's coming from somebody who lives in Kansas City, where we're known for steaks, but just a phenomenal dining experience. So we are in the new Culinary Center shooting this video, which I know from other lines have had this, but tell us about what all the events that you're going to have in this space.
Yeah, this is super exciting. So when we brought on Seven Seas Explorer and their entire Explorer class fleet, we were able to bring on the Epicurean Culinary Center, which offers 18 stainless steel cooktop stations for you to book and have a cooking class on board, leaving our legacy fleet without that aspect. So we wanted to bring that in. So although it's not a cooking kitchen, we actually changed out one of our lounges on Seven Seas Mariner to encompass an Epicurean culinary studio. And what this is going to offer is several different experiences for everyone coming aboard. The first thing that we're going to do is that very first day when everybody's getting on the ship, it's such an exciting time, you're walking around the ship, taking a look at everything, they're going to actually have a sparkling wine tasting reception in here where they can meet some of the chefs on board and talk about all the different activities that will be happening on the ship that they can sign up for, which I think is so smart. If they already know what they want to sign up for, you can already pre-book that ahead at 120 days prior to sailing. And that's with all of our Epicurean, including the Explorer class ships as well, which is a nice enhancement that just came through a couple weeks ago, which is very exciting. But a few of the actual experiences that the guests will have include behind the scenes talks and chats with the chefs on board, talking about their experience, how they came to be a chef, how they entered the world of Regent. We'll also have what we call a culinary passport, where you'll talk about different regions of the world and all the different types of recipes. You'll be able to take home some of these recipes. They'll kind of bring in some of those food aspects. Another experience will be Epicurean tours, which we already have on the Explorer class ships, where the chefs will literally take you off the ship. You'll go to some local markets, maybe even a vineyard, depending on where you're at, and you'll grab some local ingredients, get that hands-on experience off the ship, then bring everything on board. Well, they'll do a demonstration for you here in the studio. So although you may not be cooking something at a stainless steel cooking area, you're still getting that one-to-one dynamic with the chefs and a little behind the scenes of the area, the ingredients, and all things food. So I know that this is a huge thing for a lot of our guests.
Yeah.
They love to dive into the food, little hands-on experience, and just talking with the chefs.
I did an excursion shopping with the chef before, and it is such an amazing experience to be with them and actually see them picking out ingredients. And then that evening at dinner, you see on the menu, you know, that I remember once we picked strawberries, and that evening there's a strawberry dessert, and just it's a weird sense going, I was with him, you know, and you taste them and go, oh yeah, we should get this. And we've talked about the Epicurean studio, and we've talked about the staterooms and the restaurants. Overall on the ship, you know, obviously I kind of mentioned, you can tell the new carpet, the kind of fresh, it almost has a new car smell to it. I know it's only been out a couple weeks, but everything. But what else would you like to add to it that is new on the ship?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to your point, like with the carpets and the new finishings throughout the ship, it truly just elevates the ultra luxury of Regent Seven Seas Cruises. We want to make sure that that is upfront, very well known, that we are elevating our brand always and continuously. We want our guests to feel like all they need to do is focus on immersing themselves in the destination while also just feeling like they are elevated themselves on the ship. So by making these minor changes, I mean, it was a major refurbishment, but even with just reupholstering the furniture and updating the color schemes of the ship, it's pretty incredible how it does feel like a brand new ship coming into the fleet, and she's been with us this whole time. So I know that a lot of our past guests, you know, find this super exciting. It's almost like a brand new destination themselves, but also bringing on new clients that have never sailed on Regent before. Again, they feel like it's something brand new, and it's exciting to see where the Mariner will go, and they'll be able to just enjoy the ship and the destination at the same time.
If you've never been on Mariner before, I mean, it'll just seem like a new ship. And then for those who've sailed before, I just did extensive home renovations, and you walk in to a house I've owned for decades, but just the renovations, there's something new about it. It's almost like a discovery of going through the ship, and you notice all of the improvements, for lack of a better word. Okay, you talk about feels like a new ship. I'd be remiss if I didn't give you an opportunity to talk about the Prestige. I cannot tell you how excited I am to be on that as soon as it comes out. I mentioned to you earlier, the Grandeur is my favorite ship on any cruise line, any fleet. I was lucky enough to sail on that before. Tell us about Prestige and what you can expect, because it is going to be the crown jewel of cruise ships. So.
I agree. So Prestige is a whole new level to our fleet. We are enhancing the space by 40%, which seems, you know, for luxury sailors, that might seem a little scary, but let me tell you, we're expanding the size by 40%. We're expanding the amount of guests on board by 13, meaning that our guests are going to be receiving unrivaled space at sea to the max. It's going to be incredible. So she comes on in December of next year. She's already on sale. We're so excited to bring her. Just a few days ago, they did the float out ceremony. So it's just that next level of build when she's being built in Fincantieri, Italy right now. It's just absolutely stunning. Our Regent Suite is our largest suite at sea. She's on each of the ships on the Explorer class, ranging at 4,500 square feet, which is amazing. I get lost in there every time I'm doing a tour. But this new Regent Suite is going to actually have 2 floors, and we're doubling her size, almost 9,000 square feet. So she is going to be amazing, and she's going to include an elevator in her suite. So it's just going to be, we're so excited to see her. But on top of that, we're actually bringing in some new types of suites. Not just the Regent Suite is going to have that elevator feature. We're also bringing in a lot of these other types of suites that have these different floor levels. There's a couple of suites where there's just stairs, but it feels like you're in an upscale New York apartment. And it's floor to ceiling window for 2 whole floors. I mean, you have to take a look at the renderings.
I was just going to say the thing. You look at them, it's just unbelievable.
Right,
So, yeah.
exactly. So again, more space per guest, and that's really what we're going for, Seven Seas Prestige, yeah.
So obviously the main topic of this was the Mariner, but I do want to admit we did a previous video on the Prestige. I will put that down in a link, so if you want to see that, you can. But thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit with us.
Absolutely.
I know I'm excited to be on here for the next 9 days. This is actually just our first full day on the ship, so got a lot to look forward to. Any final comments you have before we sign off?
I mean, I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear everything that you've encompassed over the next 9 days. Thank you so much. We're excited to have everyone come sail on Regent Seven Seas Cruises and enjoy this unrivaled experience.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. Give us a call or drop us an email if we can be any assistance. We're here to help you with all your future vacation planning. Bye, everyone.
Bye.